Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Both men are 31 years old. Claude Patrick will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
Josh Rosenthal, our referee for this welterweight fight between Patrick.
Gentlemen, you ready?
And Ebersole.
Let's fight.
Look out for the cartwheel kick of Ebersole. Throws it often in the beginning of fights. And it's such a wild kick that one state athletic commission, I don't want to mention this one, they actually thought that it was a thrown fight because no one had ever done anything like that in front of them before, and they thought it was a fake technique. It looked like something out of a movie. But it's really an effective technique. And guys have used it since then. Well, you know, it had been used before that, but guys have been using it quite a bit now.
Ebersole wants the leg. Patrick wants the neck.
Ebersole snapped him up. Ebersole has very good choke defense.
Black trunks for Claude Patrick, white trunks for Brian Ebersole.
Ebersole slowly got him up against the cage here. Knees the thighs.
Ebersole loves to grind on his opponents, wear them down, break their will, and add to his total of 48 professional mixed martial arts victories. Patrick has showcased some very fine grappling skills in his 3 fights in the UFC, and he's 14-1 overall. See if Josh Rosenthal sends him back to the center of the octagon, or if it gets
good knee there by Claude.
Right there, if it gets more active from this position.
Well, Josh is a great referee, and he will let guys fight if he feels like they're moving and they're trying to advance their position.
Right.
And Brian's dropped down now, trying to connect his hands, and he's got a guillotine by Claude.
Claude closes the guard, trying to choke him out.
That's a very deep choke right there, but I'll tell you what, Ebersole has great defense, Mike. He's very tough to submit. When a guy's been grappling as long as he has, a lot of times it's almost impossible to choke them out. You know, there's infamous stories about Rickson Gracie allowing black belts to get his back with a full rear naked choke, and they still can't put him away. And it's just the years and years and years of high-level training.
And wisely, Claude Patrick gives it up before he burns his arms out.
Very good point. Claude's a smart guy, and he knows not to gas himself out on something he's not going to get. You know, there's levels in technique, and Claude just, in that position, does not have a level to tap out a guy like Ebersole that quickly. It's not saying he can't do it, but you got to hit it perfectly. And Ebersole obviously was confident that he did not have it perfect.
They're back to their feet.
That said, if Marcelo Garcia got a hold of his neck, he would have went to sleep.
Now, it was interesting that Claude Patrick came out in the orthodox stance because both of these men are southpaws. And now Claude is in his more natural southpaw stance. But he came out orthodox at the beginning of the round.
Well, he is more than capable of switching up back and forth. Good left hand. Good jab by Ebersole. Right through the defense, and a good shot to the body as well.
Connected there. And again, trying to take Claude Patrick down. Patrick trying to keep that wide base.
He's got the legs, he's got the hands connected, and Claude defends. Nicely done.
Under a minute on the clock in round 1. Toronto, Ontario, Canada's own Claude Patrick trying to remain unbeaten inside the octagon. Ebersole with some shots to the body.
All right, Ebersole has double underhooks here, Mike. Let's see if he's able to make something out of it. let it go. A lot of this fight so far has taken place in this position, up against the cage. Although not the most exciting spot, it is one of the most grueling positions in mixed martial arts. The battle back and forth against the cage wears fighters out more than almost anything.
Well, now Patrick's starting to get busy. But the man who's thrown more little strikes in this position in the first round was Ebersole, 24 of 25, where Patrick was 13 of 14 when they battled in the clinch, Joe.
Slow your breathing down. You're doing great.
Use your hands. Use your hands. You have your this, but you let him do. You put the pressure, then you go put his hands up, then you can kick and punch.
Hey, listen, Claude. Listen, we're here. This is it. You take it to him. Hey, he's either going to stand there and watch you or you're going to hit him, all right? And when you hit him, you hit to hurt, okay? Full intentions. Relax, breathe, and fight, okay? You're doing great.
He's been wrestling.
That's wrestling.
He's not moving his head that well. Okay. Throw that straight left and use it as an entrance.
Okay. And threaten with that level change.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Okay.
It's my birthday. You got it.
Go get him. Enjoy.
You go.
Now you see the experience of Ebersole, how calm he is.
Yeah. Did he say, I'll see you soon? Yeah, I'm glad he said that.
Take care, pal.
Yeah, take care. See you,
Go
buddy.
kick somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Or get my ass kicked. Let's see.
Be back in about 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Hold on. See you there.
Got a cage fight real quick.
Give me a call later.
Oh, what was that? He faked that. He faked the shot there to see if Claude would respond.
Round 2.
Stepped in with an elbow there.
And Mike Van Arsdale said, strike and strike with the objective of doing damage. Ebersole will not be easy to take down.
This is very unpredictable too, Mike. Even the way he moves, you know, it's one of the things that comes with experience. He knows how to throw fighters off. But Claude is doing a great job of not being thrown off, sticking to his game plan, and now he's pressing the action.
Ebersole able to get out of the way of that takedown attempt. Switches his stance back and forth throughout this fight. Lead right. Nice.
Good left hand by Claude. Good knee there by Claude as well. And Brian has him up against the cage again. Does he have his hands together yet? Yep, he does. Let's see if he can get Claude up in the air.
No takedowns yet in this matchup.
Way to work, Claude. Way to work. I'll work.
Good elbow on the break by Ebersole. And there's the shot.
And
Claude, Claude goes for the neck again.
Exactly, Joe.
And now Ebersole has switched to a single. Trying to step around behind the legs.
His 4th takedown attempt of the fight.
Good defense here by Claude Patrick,
by
though.
Brian Ebersole.
Very solid defense here by Claude. And avoids the takedown attempt. Let's see if he can spin out.
A lot of work in the clinch in this one. Nice knee by Patrick and a quick elbow.
Very solid short elbows, Mike, as he pushes off. And again, he's holding on to the neck. Lets that go. Again, this is not an exciting position, but this is what wears dudes out, and this is why Ebersole's doing it.
Brian Ebersole made his UFC debut in his 63rd professional fight, looking for his 49th mixed martial arts victory, and wants to remain unbeaten in the UFC. They continue to grind away.
Let's advance, gentlemen. Gotta work.
Referee Josh Rosenthal urging the fighters to look to improve their position and push the pace. Under 2 remaining in the second.
It's a battle for positioning here.
This is that old will and desire type fight.
It's a very evenly matched fight.
And a fight in which Claude Patrick stepped up.
Good front kick to the body by Claude.
To take when he was originally set to fight Rich Atenito. And he was happy to take it because he realizes there's a huge benefit to a win tonight here at home against Brian Ebersole.
And Claude had Ebersole's back ever so briefly. These guys are just canceling each other out, Mike. Back and forth.
Yeah. 1 minute on the clock here in the second. Patrick was very complimentary of the great experience of Brian Ebersole. This is his 65th fight. He said, that said, I look forward to taking him out here tonight in my hometown. Head kick. He ended up being blocked kind of on the arm.
Oh, good shot there by Claude.
Yeah,
another good shot.
That hurt him.
That's the most significant shots of the fight. And he shoots the takedown. Ebersole stuffs it so far. Wow. Boy, try scoring this fight.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I mean, right now, I think in that round at least, Claude landed the harder shots. Those the couple left hands he landed there. And here's a knee attempt. There's a good left hand that he landed. And there's another one. And Ebersole covers up, and Claude shot for the takedown here.
Punches and come back at him with punches. All right? Break all ties.
And in the first round, it was Ebersole who was the busier fighter.
You kick hard.
Listen 1 second. Kick inside back. He said it's so wide. He said I gotta follow up his point. Don't break him down. He's tired, man. You break him down.
Please, man. Now you gotta win that fight, sir. Okay? Let's think about that. Let's get right to work. You gotta be a bit more dynamic. You're not moving enough.
Yeah, if you look at the statistics of that round, Mike, as we're looking at him right now,
he's got it right now.
Claude he landed more, and he had a higher percentage.
All right? Let's get him on his back.
And you see the urgency in Brian Ebersole's corner. Especially in his hometown of Toronto. You gotta think you gotta take this from Claude Patrick.
Third and final round. Ariane Chandela Brittany. Sold out Air Canada Center.
Gentlemen, last round. Let's fight.
5 minutes remain in this fight.
There's the shot.
Sprawled.
Stuffed, but Ebersole's driving. He's still going. He's still going.
He's going after it big time.
Yeah, he really is. He's
Good
still going.
takedown defense by Claude Patrick.
Claude Patrick is just stuffing it perfectly. Beautiful job by Claude. Oh, and now he's on his back.
So
it looked like he was attempting some sort of a choke there, but he lost the position.
And Ebersole used it to transition to top.
Now let's see if Ebersole can do something from here. He's in Claude's guard right now.
Posture and go, son! Posture and go!
You hear his corner yelling out, posture and go. But Claude's doing a good job of controlling that posture with his left hand. Little short palm strikes.
9-fight win streak for Ebersole. 13-fight win streak for Patrick. And a very even fight.
And Ebersole has got to try to figure out some way to pass this guard here. Claude Patrick's doing a really good job of utilizing those butterfly hooks. And Patrick right back up to his feet. And Ebersole has got a body lock on him. Let's see if we can go backwards and take him down. He does. Ooh, that was a strange angle.
You got to always watch the leg.
Yeah.
That leg gets caught underneath occasionally. It's ugly.
Yeah, like Dwayne Ludwig,
Jason McDonald.
Yeah. By the way, earlier you said that Todd Duffy had the world record for the fastest knockout. That should belong to Dwayne Bang Ludwig, ladies and gentlemen.
You are on the Dwayne Bang Ludwig team.
Someone call in, call your congressman, do something about this. Should be 4 seconds, Dwayne Ludwig. The people have spoken. I think there's some sort of a petition out there to try to change it, and it really should be changed.
All right, then they're tied for second at 7 seconds.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. From now on, let's just us officially say Dwayne Ludwig got it at 4 seconds.
It will be
Meanwhile,
changed.
while we're talking all this trash, Brian Ebersole finally has Claude Patrick's back. He's got one hook in, and he's riding him. And this is an outstanding position here for Ebersole. And Claude Patrick does not want to be here right now. Ebersole senses the urgency, knows he probably lost that second round, or at least, the very least, it's in the judge's hands, which is not what he wants. He's got his one hook in again, controlling this position, but it's so hard when they're all slippery in the third round. Everyone's covered in sweat. It's very difficult to hold this. So Ebersole's going to stay tight to him and make sure that he controls that right arm so that Claude doesn't spin and turn towards him again, which is what he's doing right now, right there.
Ebersole had a great camp in Melbourne. Has been in Australia for over 5 years, 20 career wins by submission. He has finished 34 of his 48 wins. And as you said, he would like to avoid this fight going to the judges' scorecards tonight.
Well, it's certainly a close fight. And, you know, we've seen some questionable decisions in the past, and this fight is, you know, who knows how to score this. Very tricky.
Ebersole has had the majority of the control.
Look at this, though, Claude Patrick.
Yep. Just as I say that in this round, but Claude Patrick now trying to set up a submission.
Claude Patrick has his arm here. And Claude is on top now.
You know what to do right here. Don't you dare. Let's go now.
Ebersole's going to sit out.
Trying to choke him out.
Claude Patrick's on top of him. He's got his neck. And Brian rolls him over. Brian's on top now. Wow, what a back and forth exchange.
And what a veteran Brian Ebersole is. How he remains so calm in that very dangerous position.
Watch your heads, guys.
Nice uppercut. 45 seconds remain in this fight.
Good shot to the body by Claude, and nice knee as well. Ebersole shoots again. Claude stuffs it.
30 seconds.
Claude's going for a gator roll.
Trying to do it again. Can he choke him out?
He doesn't quite have it, though. It looks a bit slippery. Looks like he doesn't quite have the angle here. Now it's better. Nope, lost it.
3 submission attempts here in the third and final round for Claude Patrick. This one's going to go the distance. And now it's in the hands of the judges.
You see visibly disappointed Brian Ebersole was when he stepped off. Very, very close fight. Very closely matched.
Joe, take a look at our fight replay.
And here we see Claude Patrick with a nice left hand here, and another one went to the body. And here Ebersole takes him down, and see Claude Patrick's leg got stuck under him, but he was okay. And here Ebersole got his back briefly, got some ground and pound in. And here's a submission attempt here. And that looked pretty deep there. Boy, look at the face of Brian Ebersole, but he just rolled out of it, maintained his composure, and here you see Claude Patrick hit it again. Hit that anaconda choke, tried to roll, couldn't quite complete the roll, and Ebersole pops his head out of it eventually. But Claude Patrick went for it, and in my opinion, he won that round.
Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest, 29-28, Ebersole, 29-28, Patrick, and 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Brian "Bad Boy" Ebersole.
Split decision victory for Brian Ebersole. He remains unbeaten in his UFC career.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Brian Ebersole. Brian, close, tough fight. You got up off of Claude Patrick at the end of the fight, and you shook your head like you were upset. Did you think you'd pulled it off?
I was upset because I wasn't able to do a lot of the things I'd hoped to be able to do. The takedowns were hard to come by, and he had good defense on the ground. I didn't get hit, which is what I always come to do, and I come to win the wrestling, which I did tonight. But I'm very thankful to get a decision in his hometown.
There was a couple of points in time where he had you in chokes, and I know you've got some great choke defense, but the early round with the guillotine, the last round with the anaconda choke, how close were any of those?
In my martial arts experience, the guillotine is a myth. I can't say I've been choked out in one. The Darce choke wasn't close at the end. He was way too tired. But a great attempt. He took a good angle, but by the third round, we're both too tired and wet for that to happen.
Well, congratulations on your victory. Look forward to seeing you again. Brian Ebersole, ladies and gentlemen.